Sunday show. Back in studio, Lito.
Yeah, live on location.
Chaz is always virtual. I think Jared's joining tonight. We got a lot of front office shakeup going on. We're going to talk about that. We're going to talk about the playoffs because there's some high-level basketball going on right now. Smash the like button. Let's do it.
First took away. Yes, with this. Get your money's worth now.
Presented by Scott Vicknair Injury Law Firm. If you've been hurt in any kind of accident, car, truck, 18-wheeler, or hurt offshore, Scott Vicknair handles it all. Give him a call at 504-500-1111 for free consultation. They always fight for the win. There's always power, but I don't have my damn shit's over there.
It's cool, just act like it's
4D. Shout out Blue Moon, Theo's, Sunshine John Deere.
Yeah.
What's up, Chaz?
Hey man, just living in sports irrelevance. You know how it is.
It's something right now. How was Wayne yesterday, Lito?
You want my honest answer?
This is an honest show. Because that's why I asked you.
All right. It was headliners Lil Wayne and the Roots.
Yeah.
The Roots did like 45 minutes. Like and if you know the Roots, like the Roots do an incredible job. Like they got great stage presence. Like they are band.
Mm-hmm.
So then like Wayne kind of comes on 7:00.
Wayne came on at 7:00 on Jazz Fest.
He did like 30 minutes. He did like 30 songs, and he did all first verses, and that was it. But if you want my honest opinion, the worst part about it, I'm a person, when I hear a song, I want to hear how you recorded it. Don't do no fugazi new shit, add no new harmonies, and like do it how you rapped it. And he didn't do none of that. And it was like, I didn't like it.
Not a fan.
I didn't like it.
Yeah, I heard a lot of people actually did like it though.
I understand.
Yeah, fair. All right, so let's rewind back because we haven't done a show since I guess Wednesday. Well, Chaz did a show. If you haven't checked that out, make sure you do check that out on Troy Weaver. He brought on a guy that covers the Pistons.
Pistons talk.
Fantastic show. Just giving you kind of an insight of who Troy Weaver is.
Shout out to Anthony, man.
And same with Joe Dumars. But let's rewind Thursday night, Lito. We'll start with you first. Watching the draft.
Yeah.
Saints are on the clock. They pick the dude from Texas, the offensive lineman.
Right.
They show a shot of the war room. Saints personnel's in there.
Right.
As they should be. And then if you look to the right, Willie Green.
Yeah.
Thank you. Yeah, I felt it right. If you look top right, sitting down.
Justin, that's not Willie Green. That's racist.
I did get called racist that night. That was incredible, by the way. That was unbelievable. What?
Why?
Yeah.
Let me ask you this. Do you think Willie Green has this is for both of y'all. Do you think Willie Green has say so on who the Pelicans draft?
Not really. Not much.
That is a really interesting question. I don't think so. I think, of course. Well, hold on. You're the head coach. Of course, you have some type of say. Does it hold up much water? Probably not.
When you say some type of say, meaning like a profile of a player, a specific skill set, and not.
It would be like, you're going around the room like, Willie, do you like this guy? Okay, next. Like, it's not like we're all listening to what he would have to say. Because, like, I know for a fact David Griffin, I don't think he
listened to Willie Green. No, absolutely not.
No. Shit, Willie Green didn't want to trade Dyson Daniels away, and David Griffin traded him away. Oops.
It's funny though, he didn't want to trade him, but he was playing Jose over him.
Which was also like, that was also kind of weird though, Chaz. But go ahead, Lito. Let's talk about if you bring up that picture again of Willie Green in the war room. Thank you.
I got a friend who a Lakers fan, and he was talking about, man, y'all should have kept Dyson Daniels. And I was like, you never watched a minute of Pelicans basketball. It's like literally the same player. But anyways, this ain't about that. Yeah, I seen somebody say Willie Green was sitting there looking like he was at a baby shower, and I can't.
That's not a tweet.
I can't visually get that out of my mind. I just see Willie in a Burberry shirt, like I don't know what he don't know what he's doing. He's like, why do y'all have me here? What am I doing here? I don't know. I just didn't want to sit at home. Hey, Willie, you want to come?
Let me ask this. That was
insane. Wow. I just came from Jazz Fest again.
Who do you think invited him, Chaz?
Probably this Gail and the whole the ownership group circle. Because honestly, Willie Green doesn't strike me as a person who does a lot of like basketball work or like I'm sure he's forgotten more basketball than I've ever known. But
defensively.
Defensively. But it's like it's getting to a point where it's like you're the tallest little person. So it's like Willie Green, it doesn't strike me as like this aficionado, like a motherfucker who's going through all these X's and O's, doing installs in the off season. Like you just lost. I liken it to when it's like if a motherfucker owe me money, I don't want to see you having no fun. Every time I see you, you better be like this. Like you just got off a crazy shift, right? The fact that Willie Green has time to do this after winning 21 games or some shit like that, like you're not serious. Like this, man, just get out of here. Like you think Missoula is going to do some shit like that if he loses the offseason?
It's so funny you're saying that. So like I was looking at the next teams drafting up, and the Rams were drafting up. I'm like, well, both LA teams in the playoffs, so that I can't use that as an example. And then like there was just other like teams that their coaches are already in the playoffs, but I've never. This has happened before, from what I understand. Because I know Chris put out a tweet saying something along the lines of if Sean Payton saw Byron Scott in the war room, he'd kick him out. But allegedly, Sean Payton had golfers in the war room.
Let me know not to respond. I'm sorry.
Have y'all ever heard of another? Well, let me rephrase this again. Hold up, because someone then tweeted at me. Well, they do work in the same place.
Saw that.
Right?
Were you aware of that?
I was aware of that. They do work. They do work in the same place. Like, but do you think that's still an excuse for him to be in the war room?
Okay, let me just say this. I honestly don't care that he was there. The thing that like really, I guess, bothered me was like
so coy. Just
how split the room was on the pick was crazy. Like the left side of the room was like, we fucked up, and the right side was just hugging everybody from Gale on to the right. It was like it was a love fest. It was damn, I was about to be flagrant.
You already started off the show flagrant.
I was about to be nah, I was gonna get us canceled. But I don't really like Willie, just like a fly on the wall. He just happy to be there, like just trying to land on some shit. He ain't tripping. He ain't tripping off much.
It really to me looked like when you get invited to another denomination's church, or you get like somewhere you just like really don't belong, like your girl working like a certain sector, and she just like, we having a couple's party, Christmas party, we want you to come, and you just sitting there looking awkward and stupid most of the time. And you just like, well, where can we go? You got a little plate and shit. Willie Green just looked so out of place, but I don't give a fuck if you.
Chaz. Like it was more of you got to read the room here, because Joe Dumars comes in, and we still don't like, and we're gonna bring up an article. I forget who it was from. I think it was from Hoops Wire, if I'm not mistaken. There still hasn't been a decision made to the public yet, Chaz, of if Willie Green's being retained.
I think it's been pretty much made, truthfully.
Yeah, you're assuming. Oh well, he was at Joe Dumars' introductory presser, and so like this must mean he's a head coach and he's in the war room. He must be. This is crazy, law. This is you right? You see
what's happening here? What's this?
This is
Willie, the boy.
I ain't gonna lie. A part of me now feels like he wasn't even invited. A part of me feels like he just wandered in there and sat down, because he looks so like unapart of what's happening. But truthfully, I want to say this, Justin, before you get back to your point. It's like at this point, the Saints been bad since Sean Payton left, right?
Yeah.
The highest of highs, like when Chris was comparing Sean Payton and Byron Scott, Those were two winners, and they wasn't hanging out together. These two motherfuckers that was winning, and they wasn't hanging out together. So now with these packs of losers we got now, it's just like, Kellen Moore's teeth are way too big. Like Willie Green just looks crazy. And it's nothing like, do we really expect anything other than bizarre fellowship from these guys? Like, I'm not surprised Willie Green was there. Do I think it's a major deal? Not really, but it just continues poor optics considering the press conference that Mickey Loomis had just given right before. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like the night before, Mickey Loomis gives this terrible press conference, right? On the heels of a meh Joe Dumars press conference and hiring. Now you got these motherfuckers together. It just all look crazy. Like it's all tone deaf.
Bad optics. It's bad optics and tone deaf, right? And so there's first off, appreciate all the super chats, guys.
Thank you. I appreciate y'all, man.
I think we might open the line tonight as well. If anyone wants to join the show.
Wait a second.
What?
Can we play the video of him in the thing again?
Yeah, Lala, can you that's a picture. Yep. But he don't know what's going on.
Oh my God.
Are we sure? Hey, real question, serious question. Are we sure he's not being held hostage?
Man.
Like, I just can't believe he's in the fucking war room of draft night. Like, draft night is one of like the most important nights in an NFL franchise's like season.
Justin, he was drinking that water. I've never seen someone drink water so nervously. Did you see the white man standing behind him? Did you see the guy?
Wow,
Willie, you better sit there. You better not fucking move. Look at the guy with his own phone
behind him.
Hey, bro. I don't know.
Like, he doesn't know what to do.
I don't know, bro.
He like awkwardly looks at like the eight. Like
it just look creepy and weird, bro. It just look creepy and weird. It's like the parent who they know their kid not getting no PT, but they at the game, they don't know what to do. They just like he just look weird, bro. It just
because he's out of place. He's like he shouldn't be in there.
See, that's the thing where it's like.
Chaz, before you get to your thought, do you think Kellen Moore makes the NBA war room?
No.
Do you think Kellen Moore's going to be in the war room?
I don't think he would even want to go.
Nah, I don't think so. I mean, to me, that's like when you like watch a fucking NFL game and they cut to the suites and they got like big fucking billionaires sitting in there wheeling and dealing, shaking hands. Right. And here I am in there eating motherfucking eating Doritos and shit. Like, it's a good ass game. They're gonna be like, I guess he's with someone.
You gotta stop, show. Shout out to you, man. First off, member for a year, and then also on deployment, fellas. Good to see y'all.
Salute to you, brother. Appreciate you, man. Stay safe. Appreciate you, brother. Thank you.
All right, let's transition this one to a time. Great question, because this now begs the question of, so we see this this clip of Willie in the war room with Gale and the higher ups of Saints, Lauschka and all them. And then someone had started talking about, well, could Willie Green be transitioning into a front office? Because there's an article out. We're going to talk about that as well. But like, okay, Lito, I'm not saying this guy. I think he's going to be the head coach of the New Orleans Pelicans. But why would this even be a thought in the first place? Like, what has he done? Because people keep comparing to Brad Stevens. I'm like, whoa.
How we got there?
Brad Stevens was one of the best coaches in the league. He just couldn't win the big game. But he got to the playoffs every single year.
Brad Stevens was one of the best coaches at college.
Got the national championship. Like, so why are people now saying like, well, hey, Willie could be a front office guy? Well, wait, how can you start thinking about that when Willie hasn't even really done anything impactful as a head coach?
Willie Green not the best coach in the building.
No.
Willie Green might not be. You probably a better coach than Willie.
Thanks, man. I appreciate that.
You know what I'm saying?
Got more rings.
I'm just saying, like championships talk, right?
Yeah, as D man, yeah.
And y'all went back-to-back conference finals, right?
So I've had 2 states.
Come on, man. What are we talking about?
3 Final Four appearances.
Well, come on, man. What are we talking about? The fuck? What are we doing? To answer your question, it is
This. Right?
Failing upwards.
This is people who first of all, please don't ever compare William to Brad.
Ever.
Don't do that. Don't compare William to Brad. That's not what's up. And it's crazy because shout out to the old dude on Twitter who was like, man, Willie Green a good coach, man. It's just the Boo Crew Media guys who like, bro.
Shout out to that guy.
Like, appreciate you, dog.
Yeah. Was that Ryan? What's his name?
I don't even know his name. I don't know. Fuck his name. Fuck him.
Okay.
Word.
I feel like
Word.
I feel like
See, Justin cool. We already give him yeah.
You saw my reply. He said that shit. I was like, "Fuck those guys." Man,
Twitter's not a real place.
I feel like those people are insane, dog. Like it's participation trophies. Yo, you've been here for. It's like Ed in accounting, who's been here for 50 years, right? We give this motherfucker a promotion just because he can fucking read.
Yeah,
like he can breathe air. Let's give this guy a bigger office.
And I'm glad you said that because the one thing that David Griffin and I actually like what Joe Dumars is doing is David Griffin just gave you a promotion just to give you a promotion to get you paid and then make up a role. Like Swin Cash got let go, and look, you can have your thoughts about Swin, whether you liked her, where you didn't like. Swin didn't necessarily do much from a basketball standpoint.
Much.
She hosted families. She was very good communicating with families and take care of their needs. But from a basketball perspective, she did not do much. She made decisions on players.
And listen, if you want to keep it a bean, if you want to keep it 1,000, I feel like that was a great disservice to her because Swin is an excellent basketball player, a great basketball mind, a national champion on I think both. She was a college national champion, right?
Probably Team USA, right?
Yeah,
gold medalist.
Like you talk about somebody who probably has the most credentialed person in your building, and you're like, hey, can you go see this family?
No, serious. That was her.
No,
her
I saw it. I was there.
Yeah.
I've seen it at multiple games.
Yeah, so interesting. Chaz, your thoughts on? I can't wait for this, but your thoughts on Willie Green possibly moving to the front office? Why would that be a thing?
I think it's a way to fire him and kind of still keep him in the building. I wouldn't even necessarily view it as an upward trajectory. Ideally, you would just fire him and get it over with. But then you talk about a team that's always a day late, dollar short. Like, as much as people like to give Gail credit for stepping in and firing Dennis Allen, it still was a year too late. You know what I'm saying? With the Willie Green situation, maybe you give him. This is something I actually been talking about for years, bro. Probably since Willie Green's second year. I used to talk about this on the Spaces. You need to give him a promotion and just get him out of the way. You know what I'm saying? Give him some crayons and let him go, do his thing on the side somewhere. Like when everybody cooking, Thanksgiving dinner, you be like, you put the pie in the oven. I got a special job for you. Just let him you peel the potatoes. Just let him do something. Let him do something. Give him this stupid role. It may be more of a much to do about nothing. I know ideally you just want him out of the organization, but to me, the best case scenario at this point is him getting promoted to Swin's old role. And I can tell you firsthand, he ain't gonna be as well received by the families as Swin may have been. So, if they try to do that, maybe, hiding him in the basement, might be the best way moving forward, at least for another year.
That's a good point, Chaz. Appreciate all the super chats. Will Chill, appreciate it. We're getting these at the end of the show.
Shout out to all y'all, man. Hit the like button too, family. We appreciate all y'all.
Press like button. So every Wednesday and Sunday we'll be live, and then any breaking news. Great game going on now with bro. These playoffs, man. Hey, Chaz, you said something before we got on the show. The Pelicans are so far away. You got some fucking dogs on the court right now. That Lakers Timberwolves game was fucking high level. That was some high level hoops.
That's why I keep trying to people keep thinking that, this is shout out to Corey, man. Shout out to everybody in the chat. People keep thinking it's as simple as, we'll just get a brand new guy. We'll just get no, there's levels to this. And it's whatever level you might think your best player is on, he might be a tier or two below that. And we've seen it time and time again. When you watch these playoffs, it ain't as simple as just trade Zion for a healthy motherfucker. Like Sabonis, you're probably not making the play-in if Sabonis is your top player.
Now Zion and Sabonis.
Zion and Sabonis, cool. If Zion, can stay on the fucking court. But I'm just looking at this shit like real deal, man. Come on, like it's levels to this.
Yeah, for sure. So there was a question here from Tennessee. Y'all hear anything about the Zion rumors? And I think this is an interesting question because we have still yet to see, Zion in the we saw him in the playing game, and you saw what he can do in a playing game. Like that's whether you like it or not. Like to me that's a playoff game.
You count that as a postseason game? Because that's the question I always.
Technically, it is. It's postseason. It is after. Now, I think I do, Chaz, because I know it was a 7-8 game, but it's basically a win or go home. Win in advance, or you better win the next one.
I counted as postseason just because you had just played the Lakers. Like it was back to back. So basically, whatever adjustments they was gonna make, they was gonna make. Whatever adjustments you were gonna make, you were gonna make. And that was a real fucking game. That shit was serious.
Yeah, and Lito, you saw what Zion could do. Now, once again, he gets to 40 points. He's winning the Pelicans are winning that game, by the way, if he doesn't get hurt. Pelicans are winning that game. Yeah. So you've seen Zion basically in one playoff game. Now, granted, it was at home. So do you think the right move here would be trade Zion, or do you say like fuck it, like I gotta see one more year? Like I got to get to the playoffs and see what this guy can do.
I think, let me say this before I answer your question. Anthony Edwards is a real piece of shit, right? Like in his personal life, he's a real piece of shit. But guess what? Damn, boy, he was pushing LeBron like they was literally like fighting on the court, and I'm like, yo, what?
I'm so happy you said that because I don't fucking care. Okay, are you a good basketball player? If Zion wants to do all the off-court issue shit, I don't care. What can you do on the court? And I'm glad you brought that up because if ownership thinks that Zion's got 3 or 4 girlfriends, I don't fucking care. That should not matter. That to me, that should not matter. I don't want good people. I want fucking good basketball players.
Hey, you know what? If ownership really cared, they have all this little floozies going around signing NDAs. They have a spot for him where he could just chill and he wouldn't have to go in public. If you really cared, like if you really wanted to be personal about it, like step the fuck up. You know what I'm saying? Like make it easy for him to
protect your investment.
Yeah, man, I could really take this show into the depths of hell right now, but I'm not gonna do it. I could really take this show into the depths of hell right now. But I'm not going to do it.
You're right through the camera. There he is, baby. 5 in the building.
I'm going to say, man, y'all got too much.
I'm done.
Like, as far as, what up, 5?
What's up, Dom?
I just look at it like, y'all got too much blood on y'all hands to really be as judgmental. To me, I understand it because I don't think they necessarily care what's happening off the court if motherfucker was delivering on the court. Right. And to me, when it comes to like Anthony Edwards, like I said this in the chat one time, I was like, look, if Zion was trash, I don't care if he was like a fucking saint off the court. He could be Jason Voorhees if he could play. Like if he was good, I'm like, go ahead. Like, all right. Like I'm gonna be like, hey, like what they say about OJ? Like, hey, OJ ran for 2,000 yards. Like I don't get into the other shit. I don't know what happened. But seriously though, it's all about delivering on the court. It's about the product on the court, right? And when you look at these other teams, man, you just can't tell me you about to draft a motherfucker, trade for a motherfucker, or you got a motherfucker on your team outside of Zion that's on the level of some of these dudes. Like Ant is big time. And I was watching Ant, how Ant was just destroying LeBron. I'm like, I seen Zion do that before.
Yeah.
Like some of the shit I see some of these great players do. I'm like, damn, I seen Fat Boy do that before, man. He just can't stay on the court. But I seen him. I know nobody can guard him or fuck with him, but he just can't stay on the court. Like that's the real issue.
So Jared, welcome back. Welcome to the show.
What's up?
So we're talking about Zion, and we're just talking about the playoffs. And Chaz and Lito have talked about, just watching. I don't know if you caught the Timberwolves Lakers game, but it was a high level, superstars on the floor. and someone had asked the question, what's the latest on Zion? And we were talking about his 40-point performance against the Lakers. Like, would you count that as a postseason game, in your opinion? Playoff game? So you wouldn't.
I still wouldn't.
Why?
Well, it has postseason aspirations. Like it just felt like a really big game, right? A really big regular season game that meant something, right? Like that's what it felt like. It just I can't consider it a postseason game until it's a playoff game, like a real playoff game. But like the energy level was up there, right? Like Zion's a gamer. We've known this. This isn't like something new. It's just getting him to the game. If you can just get mans to the game.
It's crazy.
I had a conversation with one of my partners. We talked about Kawhi. And I don't know if y'all have watched Kawhi.
Yeah, Kawhi, the Terminator.
People forget. People forget.
Dog, that's what I'm saying. Like get these big time players to the game. Yep. If they could just be there and be healthy, then you'll see the high level basketball that we would want to see.
And go ahead, Lito.
Hey, you know what? Because I want to finish my Zion point, but let me say this about Kawhi. One of the interesting things about him for me is the dude missed so much basketball. And every time you see him play, it looked like he never missed. He never missed no time. You know what I'm saying? And he looked like he got slimmer.
But he didn't lose his strength.
Yep. Yeah. And that fucking pull up three, that's boy,
it looked like Jordan.
Boy. and not only that when he get into he's strong as hell in the mid post, right?
Yeah.
And he dribble, crab dribble, right to left over the left shoulder.
Yeah. Cash.
Every time.
Cash.
But to the point about Zion, trade him for what? Like you trade Zion.
Just had this conversation.
You can't. No, I'll just be blatantly honest, like black and white with it. You can't trade Zion.
No,
he is the draw. He is the draw. Nobody's coming to see. No disrespect, Jose Alvarado. Nobody's coming to see Jordan Hawkins. Nobody's coming to see Yves Missi. Nobody cares. It's the Temptations. You know what I'm saying? It's without whoever. You know what I'm saying? Like nobody come and see you, Otis.
No.
And the thing too is like again, like we talk about Kawhi and everything. It's like it's all about the availability, man. Even with Paul George, it's like Paul George is nice, but he ain't that. Like you know what I'm saying? Like he ain't what Kawhi is. Like you know what I'm saying? So that's why when you talk about just like levels to this and tiers of talent, that's to me that's why I'm kind of just like Lito just saying do what and look I've been saying they should tank for Cooper Flag since November. Since they was like 1-4. I'm like, yeah, let's go ahead and pull the plug. Fuck it. Right. And I like Cooper Flag, but even then, it's like you still talking about a rebuilding process. I need to see what Cooper Flag turns into. Like, nah, bro. When you talk about just pure talent, look, the best players in NBA history have been imperfect people. So that's why I don't really care about who they are. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like the best players ever are imperfect people. So hey, fuck it. You don't get more imperfect than Zion's tenure. Let's keep car accidents, all kind of shit. Zion, wow.
I did get a Messi jersey. Go ahead, Jerry.
I just want to say to Chaz's point. Cooper Flag ain't Zion. I don't know what they try. I don't know what they try to do. He ain't that. I mean, I think he's going to be really good. I do. Mm-hmm. I do. But the level of expectation that Zion had and the level of expectation that Cooper Flag had is totally different. They're two different conversations. What you thought Zion was going to be and what you think Cooper Flag is going to be. Initially, you thought Zion was the next LeBron. No one's ever said Cooper Flag is the next
Zion.
Like no one's saying that. They're just like, oh no, he's a really good player.
Good player.
As he should be.
He's a cornerstone. He's a cornerstone.
Yeah.
Go ahead. I'm sorry. And the other to add to that, the other I think irresponsible piece you see from people in the media say that like when you get Cooper, you trade Zion. Nah, Cooper got to play within Zion's universe. If like I don't like he can't be a Tatum, he can't be a Brown, he can't be a Paolo, he can't be a Franz Wagner.
That might be a good comparison for him.
It might be.
Wagner?
Yeah.
Yeah,
But
I
you,
like Franz.
you take a Franz Wagner on your team.
Yes.
I'll take it.
That's my second.
But he need Apollo.
But he need Apollo.
Yeah.
He needs, he needs guys around him. But like that's what like the whole point is. I think I saw that too. Lito's if you get Cooper, like the report said, if you get Cooper, they're gonna trade Zion. It's like, whoa.
What the fuck I gotta do that for?
Why?
What I gotta do that for?
That's like really. That's like David Robinson, Tim Duncan.
One, why would you do that? Two, like you got Cooper, you got Zion. What can this look like moving forward? And you have Zion for what, 3 more years?
I essentially have 2 wings. Instantly, I have 2 wings that I could build upon.
Yeah.
One is on a rookie contract, and the other one I probably got to get a little bit more bread to. And I'm cool with that.
And that's how you win.
And guess what? You don't think Cooper and Zion would sell tickets?
And I thought it was telling that Joe Dumars, when he did his interview, which was interesting to see a Pelicans person do interviews like that. He spoke about how the game has transitioned back into 2 big lineups. So to me, that tells me, Zion ain't a big. Zion know he ain't a big. Even David Griffin knew Zion ain't a fucking big. Zion is a perimeter player. If you get Cooper Flag, I've heard great things about Trey Murphy's recovery and rehab. So he could be ahead of schedule. And this stat is mind-blowing. Me and Justin spoke about this. And this, y'all remember when Zion was like the second youngest player to reach X amount of points or some shit?
Oh,
and I was like,
you're about to pull up that graphic.
Yeah. This motherfucker, right, has the most, they say most career games with 25 plus points on 60% shooting with players under 25. Zion has 70 of those games. The next closest person is RJ Barrett with 26, Ant with 22, Evan Mobley 21, Sagoon with 20, Therese Maxey with 20, Scotty Barnes with 20. And this is with Zion barely playing. Exactly. Like that's what I'm saying. With moderate health, Zion probably has between 200 and 300 of those games.
This is what I wanted to tell you, Jared. This is what
it's crazy,
so you missed this. And Lito made a great point. He said Anthony Edwards is a piece of shit off the court. It's a piece of shit.
Not the type of person.
But on the court, he's a fucking great basketball player, isn't he?
Yeah.
Shouldn't that's all you should really care about is what he does on the court? Yeah. Is he a good basketball? So I want to hear your thoughts on this of like ownership being like, well, since Zion has all these off the court issues, we should trade him. Like, what are your actual thoughts on that?
Is Zion hurting anybody off the court?
No.
Is he going to jail himself?
No.
The fuck I care for.
So we're saying because he has multiple, whatever it is, multiple flings, whatever it may be.
Listen. I'll be the last one to judge you. I'll be the last one. That makes me more. I like you more that happens.
Yeah.
Like, oh, you all right? Yeah. You good in my book?
Yeah, I'm a flinger. Me too.
And I'm like, shout out to man. Look, we shout out to the Advocate. May the Advocate rest in peace. But they got some incredible writers for the Advocate. And like I say, this organization, they're really in no position to judge what a motherfucker's doing off the court. Like, to me, I get it from this standpoint. Like, well, that annoys me. If he was on the court, I would even notice it. But the fact that he can't stay on the court and all I see is this, now that annoys me. But at the same time, I'm like, bro, you just gonna have to be annoyed because you got a cemetery in your motherfucking closet, pet cemetery, and it is bad.
Man, motherfucker under their feet every time they walk. This is the shit that I really don't get, right? They keep moving the goalposts.
Yep.
Yeah.
Continue to move the goalposts on what they want to bring up. You act as if like Zion came into an organization where everything was great.
Right.
Like, oh, you just blaming him because of your fuck ups.
What about Jackson Hayes? They paid him another year.
Yeah.
I'm sorry to cut you off, Five, but I'm like, this is a Penn State level scandal happening. Penn State level, bigger than Penn State level.
With no wins.
With no wins.
Joe was a winner.
He did.
And we kind of just like, not us, but it's like, yo,
tiptoe.
Y'all see this? Like, yo, what the fuck? Like,
Joe,
it's
man,
it really is crazy to bring up. Like, if you want to trade Zion because he's not
available,
producing on the court, he's not available. I get that. For this to leak out, be like, oh, because of his off court issues, I'm like, whoa. He doesn't have off court issues. This is not an off court issue to me.
Man, they were doing coke in the 80s.
in the locker room,
like passing out plates
in the
and
locker room.
raises. Larry was probably drinking a beer at half. Like, what are we talking about?
Sunday show. I love the Sunday show.
Joe Paterno is looking up
I love the Sunday show.
from Rodney Hell, being like, Chaz, you're right. Zion, Jordan was smoking cigars on the way to the game. Like, hey, dog, I don't care what he does. I don't care. He's not committing a crime. He's just you know what I'm saying? He's
23 years old, a lot of money. He's having fun.
200 mil. Like,
Hey.
what
What would you do with $200 million? Hey,
We partner.
I got dirt on you, doggy. Listen,
What we doing?
I wanted to bring up some Chaz said. He talked about the two big lineups that Joe brought up. You know, one of the first teams that kind of re-brought it back, it was the Pelicans.
Oh yeah.
It was the Pelicans, right? Like, you actually had the serum. You had the idea. You could have changed the NBA. Matter of fact, twice. The 80 boogie joint, right?
Mhm.
That got messed up. And then you had Jackson Hayes and Jonas. And it actually worked.
worked in the playoffs too.
It worked at a high level. That's the reason why you was on those runs. But y'all couldn't see it. David Griffin, you couldn't see it. I don't care what you think. Like, you couldn't see it. So this is the shit that really pisses me off. Like, you have attributes or avenues to winning, and you trip your own self. But yet blame everybody else. Like, injuries are going to happen either way. But you don't put yourself in predicaments or lay your land down correctly where your team can just walk on and have the best chance that they can have at winning.
Yeah. You want to talk about Zion being not a great
Hold on,
professional?
Justin. I'm sorry. Denzel, she not retired. She does cam shows and she escorts. This hit me up. I'll give you information. But go ahead, Justin.
Okay. So let's get to this. Let's get to this report.
Shout out to Jada Fire, legend.
She got me blocked on Twitter, man.
Oh, Jada, come on.
Lito, what kind of life do you
What
live?
is wrong? Like, what?
It's not. Nothing's wrong. Nothing's wrong.
Chunk say Cam Soda.
I'm having a conversation. I'm saying I really live my raps. Like I was trying to see.
Just trying to have a conversation. Fuck. Brett Siegel came out with this report a couple days ago. At this time, Joe Dumars has remained non-committal on head coach Willie Green. However, Green is expected to remain with this organization regardless of whether he will be coaching on the sidelines for the 2025-2026 season. Sources said Green, someone Dumars values, and he still holds a lot of respect within the organization.
I don't know about a lot of respect.
I don't like. Yeah, to me,
what floor does that elevator stop on? But go ahead.
To me, this is 95% Willie Green's returning as the head coach next year. But Jared, we were talking about this. Like
95. I don't know.
You don't believe it?
Higher or lower?
Lower, a little lower.
I think that statement and who I know that statement to originate from, I think that makes it a little more interesting.
Okay, so then Gerald, let me pose this question back to you then. So some people are comparing him to Brad Stevens. Yeah, just put Brad.
Compared who to who?
Yeah, he wasn't here for that.
Yeah,
Compare who to who?
Jared missed the first 15 minutes.
Yeah, he wasn't here for that.
Who to who?
Yeah.
Who to who?
Yeah.
What? Wait, hold on.
Willie to Brad Stevens. That was like,
Dog.
we need to take a
Dog.
commercial.
Dog.
Yeah.
Dog. They yeah. I need the
But
bottom.
the thing is, like, so David Griffin's gone, so there's no more making up job titles and promoting random people to just different job titles. Why would Willie just all of a sudden just go to a front office role when I don't think he's necessarily done a really good job as a head coach in the first place?
Because Jordan had a conversation with him and he realized
Probably, yeah.
it's not it.
Yeah.
It's not. Maybe we were a little bit too critical of Joe. It wasn't really because we were critical of Joe. It's more so the predicament that he was signed up for. But dog, maybe Joe like, nah, I don't. Hey, cuckoo. Yeah, this the dude y'all let coach. I don't think this is gonna work out. It's not gonna happen.
Well, look, I give Joe a lot of credit here with he's kind of like, Griff gone, Swin's gone, a couple other people are gone. Like, I don't think he's fucking around. But to the head coach, it's like, all right, you fire Swin, you fire all these people. How do you look at Willie and be like, all right, Willie, you can stay?
Well, I think that's more of a joint decision. I think the other decisions that he made in the front office are all him, right?
Okay.
Because that almost immediately impacts his job, right?
Yeah.
And the way he can do things.
Yep.
The coach part is like, okay, that's an allotment of money that we need to make sure we're in line with, because that has downstream impacts. Maybe Joe is really good at that, because I know the Pelicans aren't good at that at all. They don't assess situations really well and making decisions like, if this happens, then all of these things are going to happen in unison. But maybe Joe's looking at this like, I don't think this guy's what we thought, right? I don't think this is the perfect guy for me to run an organization. Maybe that's a round table discussion that needs to happen so they can make a decision.
Yeah, that's what it more feels like.
I also think due to all of the firings, the Pelicans, of course, reportedly had one of the smaller front offices. So if you say due to some of the firings, maybe you're saving some money on the back end, and maybe that softens the blow of Willie Green's little bitty ass penny pension contract. And you can say, how about this? We don't have to fire him. We'll just put him in get him a cubicle next to yours, and he'll just let him ride out the rest of his days here. In a different capacity.
Maybe football is a sport, right?
Oh, you missed that.
Maybe
Jared missed like the first 20 minutes. You missed a very important.
Believe me, I was trying to get here, but believe me. But maybe football is a sport, right? Maybe he's like.
Well, can you play the video for Jared to assess the?
You gotta see this.
There's a video.
Yeah, there's a guy like standing behind him. Lito thinks that he's been kidnapped.
Yeah, I think he's been held hostage.
Let me
like blink twice if you need help type thing.
Dang.
Shit, like he was in Get Out.
Here's a problem. Lito. Here we go. I got it.
Look, Coach Pimo. Look at this nervous ass water drinking. Look. Help me. Look at the dude on the side of him. I bet I wish you would.
Yeah.
You know,
trying to play it off.
Yeah.
Just a lot of awkwardness right there.
Like, why are you there, bro? You got a basketball team you need to be worried about. Like, we talk about, and this is the thing, right? They worry about Zion's like off the court thing. Like, wouldn't you think Willie would be doing something conducive to his job? I don't think being there, right? Being there is a good look for you.
Like as an NFL organization, it's like one of the most important nights of the year.
Dog, I'm talking about the NBA coach that had a terrible, like one of the worst records in franchise history. Why are you at the NFL draft party for your brother or sisterhood team? I don't get it.
Yeah.
Why are you there?
It's bad optics, Jared. And look, you're a guy that like really appreciates good optics.
Yeah.
That's bad optics.
Yeah, I don't get the strategy there.
It's not thinking. Like you would have had to known that ESPN's going to show the war room with all that stuff.
He was there to support Ellen.
No, I think they wanted Willie there. I think they wanted to be seen with Willie.
Why?
Hey man,
to piss everybody off?
Yeah, you ever been with a woman?
Here we go. Let's go. Yes.
And like y'all really not seeing eye to eye, but y'all got to be seen together in public.
Yeah.
So when you get in the room, it's like, hey.
But you keep this shit together.
Yeah, you gotta keep, But when you get home, we go to separate parts of the house. Like, that's what that was.
God, that's incredible.
That's what that was, man.
Appreciate all the super chats. So once again, this is Willie Greensburn. My bad for crashing out last show. You did crash out. It was actually, here's what he called out. Like ever, he called out.
He was crazy.
Yeah, I remember.
He went crazy.
Wait,
I watched it back. I wanted to hear what Lito was going to say. I don't know what Lito was going to say. I don't know.
I don't even remember what happened.
Oh, bro went on the ISO?
Yeah, he went.
Oh, that was sir?
Yeah.
Oh,
that's DJ Trauma, yeah.
Yeah, nah, you good. Don't apologize for that. Nah, you straight. I don't know what to say though, but
let me ask y'all this. So, of course, Ja gets hurt again, right? In traumatic fashion. And he was like, I had them motherfuckers figured out. And hey, it's one thing when you up 20 points and get hurt and say I had them figured out. So I gotta believe him, truthfully.
Yeah. I blame it on him though.
Yeah, that's his fault.
Yeah.
And you can't say that now.
Yeah, you can't say that if you get swept, but man,
I'm not saying that he said that, but I wanted him to take responsibility for what happened.
Yeah,
you didn't have to take off right there. You didn't.
And that's
in that situation.
And that issue 5, like you said, that's the issue everybody got with Ja Morant.
Yeah,
his style is so reckless that it's like, bro, you gonna always, and he's not like a big diesel motherfucker. So it's like you always gonna fall into situations like that. Thankfully, it's something he can recover from. It's probably just a hip contusion.
Yeah.
But do y'all think that makes him, because I can remember at least 3 postseasons Ja got hurt. Y'all think that makes him more available this upcoming offseason?
Yeah. And I think 100% you should.
You going for it?
Yes. Yeah.
Okay.
I know Lito had changed his mind, but you wouldn't talk about. He didn't want Ja.
No, that's so
don't do this shit.
Don't do that.
No,
Don't do that. Don't do that.
This is what pisses
don't do
me
that.
off.
Nah, don't
you
do that.
Literally said no.
You literally not having contact. You asked me would I trade the second pick for him. That's not me saying I don't want Ja Morant. That's two totally different subject matters.
Lost respect for you tonight.
This dude, Justin, dog.
Now here's the thing, though. I don't know if you gotta even trade that pick for Ja at this point, because
if I'm trading number 2, I'm still trading number 2 for Ja.
you still trading number 2 for him.
Fucking
Okay.
right I am.
Okay.
I don't. You need I think first off, I think him and Zion are box office, and he's an asshole. Right?
Hey, man.
Like
Number two, I'm gonna have more conversations, right? Number 3 is automatic.
number 2 is Dylan, right? For you,
Yeah, it's Dylan. I'm gonna just have just because of the money, right?
Mhm.
That's the real reason I'd slow it down. It's
That's
not like
fair.
it's just an automatic. Number 3 is
that's
just
fair.
you can have it.
That's fair.
Let him have it.
And I feel like if I'm trading number 2, I feel like you're trying to tax me because you know I got number 2.
Right.
And meanwhile, I got all my own picks. Right. I got the Bucks picks. Like, you know what I'm saying? I feel like you're trying to fuck over me on the cool. Because if I get number 2, I'm like, well, I can still draft Dylan Harper, and I can give you some of my future picks, Bucks picks, Indiana pick, however we gonna do this, and send the salary out. But I wonder if they still try to look, because I don't think Bane got much value around the league at all. And it don't make no sense to trade Jaren Jackson Jr. You just got 80.
Wait, hold on.
Y'all camera went out just so y'all know.
Just to get up.
For sure.
I'm gonna just keep going. So look, I'm with you on the Jaren Jackson point, but I think at some point he's about to be owed $330 something million. My question is, Jaren Jackson, are you paying? Bro, I ain't gonna lie to you, for his production, I'm not paying Jaren Jackson $330 million.
I totally agree with you. It's just the fact that, and he had some seasons where he wasn't even available neither, like talking about it.
Yeah.
But it's just like, fuck, I gotta pay somebody. And is he more reliable than, because I seen that team be successful with him and no Ja. I ain't never seen a team really be too successful with Ja and no him. So I don't know. Like I wonder, at what point do you pull the cord? And they don't have too many tradable assets. Like with Bane, his contract looked crazy for who he is. Jaren Jackson Jr., I'm like, well, who gonna want to? People might be thinking like Lito, like, all right, well, fuck, do I want to be the one who pay him?
Yeah.
Whereas with Ja, it's like, if I'm Dumars and I feel like I can talk to anybody, I was a dog in my day, you know what I'm saying? They're gonna respect me, and I'm taking on reclamation projects. Ja is a reclamation project at this point. Like he really is, considering on the injury shit.
Man.
If you're trying to rebuild them
Chaz,
Pistons.
Chaz, what do you think? What do you think Memphis would ask for Ja?
Man, I think what they gonna ask, or what they gonna give him. What they'll ask is
the lowest it will ever be right now.
Yeah, right now it's since he got hurt, because we were saying that before he got hurt. The fact that he got hurt, hell yeah, I think you don't have to give him this year's pick, honestly. Considering what Luka went for, if you tried to trade.
Do you think that's an anomaly though? The Luka thing, right? Like the mark is going to set itself.
Only reason I don't is because how Mikal Bridges been playing. Mikal been so like
bad
that it's like, oh, that was a major overpay. Now Anthony Davis, he got hurt again, but he was still kind of solid. I think I think you don't have to give him a super pick rich package like you might have. I think you're talking about maybe 3 firsts, and maybe Herb and some other shit. that they can stay competitive. Because this is a team that was competitive with Tyus Jones as the point guard.
3 first and Herb for Ja.
And salary, of course, but yeah.
And we keep missing this point. Like they had a really good coach, in my opinion.
That's true
Right.
too, yeah.
Like a coach that they fired. So that's no longer there. Right. And
that's all Ant making? Oh man, you gotta do that.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Ja?
Yeah, job. My bad. My bad, 5 boy.
Hey, I was thinking,
Wait, what?
But nah, like Jaren Jackson was successful with Taylor Jenkins, right?
Mm-hmm.
And when they had Tyus running the point, like it made sense. They were good with and without Ja. I mean, they were better with Ja, but without him, they were sustainable. I think Cleves just brought up I think DeJounte. I actually would try to trade
Thank you.
DeJounte for Ja and whatever the picks. I'd actually use that salary to swing
Yeah, that's a good point. 5.
Yeah.
I was just gonna say, how do they play together? They don't like they never gonna be on the court together. Like
John.
Yeah, absolutely. Thank you for your services. I'm gonna holler at you. Go ahead.
Now I'm about to say too, Lito is like you say, man, we might not see DeJounte this year, bro.
I will say this. He is attacking rehab hard, but with a guy that's popped an Achilles before, it's a long fucking road.
Yeah, and even then, I'm like, that's not going to be the real DeJounte when you first see him. Yeah. So I do think let's say if I got picked 2, and they would say we're going to take the DeJounte contract as well, then that's the only way I move pick 2. But if they like, nah, we ain't taking back the DeJounte contract, then I'm like, fuck, all right.
I think Memphis would be really smart if they do that, right? Because they're trying at that point they would be trying to lose, right? The rebuild will be commenced. You're not going to win the next year.
You're gonna have a shitty coach anyways. So
DeJounte's not going to play. You'll have a rookie, probably get Dylan Harper at 2, and you don't
have to rush DeJounte back. DeJounte take a rehab, whatever.
And they do things really well.
And you get number 2.
Yeah, that's what I'm like. They do things a smart way in Memphis, right? Like they've done things that I thought was like really they develop well, to a certain degree. I think it'd be a smart move for them if they just want to, though.
I think they love Ace Bailey as well. Like if you got picked 3 or 4, or even if you got 3 and you wanted to take VJ or something, I think if you said like, because Corey said they need a wing desperately, and it's like y'all want a cheap one, lottery pick, was popping. Like you know what I'm saying?
I think Ace could potentially grow to be whoever he's supposed to be in that organization.
In Memphis? Oh yeah,
he could be who he's supposed to be.
Temperament.
What's the difference? What's the difference between Jaren Jackson Jr. and Miles Turner?
I think Jaren rebounds better, and he's probably a better like perimeter defender.
But he don't. All right, 5.5 career rebounds.
Yeah,
Jaren
Jackson.
Jaren Jackson averages 5.5 rebounds a night.
It's bad.
Yes.
Yeah. But I also think he's more of a 4 personally than a 5.
Oh.
Like his better years are when they have him at the 4 and they had Steven Adams, right? And he could just kind of roam and pick and pop, and he was never really around the rim. But his motor isn't high.
That's the problem with that template of player to me, like the Bam Adebayos, Jaren Jackson Jr. It's like even with Evan Mobley.
Did he just pop his fucking Achilles?
Who?
Dame.
Dame just popped his Achilles?
Dame Lillard just popped his Achilles?
Look like it, bro.
Oh no, Dame.
Yo, that changes.
Justin a fucking capitalist. Yeah. He said we got him. Justin.
That's what you were thinking about that. Fuck.
Oh man, damn.
Yeah, so if you're listening right now.
Wait, let's not report it because we don't know.
No.
I'm just saying. You can walk on it.
You can walk on it right after Kobe did.
James, he grabbed at the back of his right or left
calf.
No, one calf is right where the Achilles.
Motherfucker.
Hoping the best for Dame, but sorry, I don't know.
But it's just like to 5 just pointed out like those, like even with Mobley at the 5 isn't the same player. Anthony Davis at the 5 isn't Anthony Davis. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Like Bam at the 5. That's why they started. Like we got to start playing with Bam because Bam is a fucking 4. I think what Lito's saying about Jaren Jackson Jr. I agree. Like to me, my biggest knock on Miles Turner always been the rebounding. I'm like, you too fucking big, bro, not to get no rebounds. With Jaren Jackson Jr., I'm kind of like, I get it. because he out on the perimeter a little bit more, but still.
5.5 is terrible.
Bro, that's
not good at all.
That's my point. I don't know the specific number of what the contract is about to be, but the fact that I got to pay him $300 and some odd million and you giving me 5 rebounds
for a team that's already bad at rebounding, anyways.
I'm not gonna be able to do it.
So I'm just comparing Miles versus Jaren right now. So
they're both bad, man.
Well, so let me ask you this: somebody brought this up. Somebody said, "Would y'all move Trey in that deal?" If I'm giving up 2, I'm not giving up Trey as well. Because I'm gonna spend my whole fucking time looking for somebody who could beat Trey Murphy.
Look at our stat guy right here.
The best in the business.
The rights to swap its 2026 first round pick for Milwaukee's 2026 first round pick. Why I said that? Just first off, I hope Dame is okay. Okay.
Yeah.
I never like any injury. I don't ever celebrate any injuries. The thing about this though is if Dame is out for that following year, and say the Bucks do get bounced in the first round, you have Giannis asking out. That pick does become pretty fucking valuable.
Well, not this particular pick. Is it this one? Yeah, this swap and the future picks, right? I think you got 27 as well, right?
Yeah,
so it is this one, yeah.
Shout out, Griff.
Yeah, shout out to Buku Stat Guy, man. Yeah, Griff took a gamble, and it's funny because the motherfuckers traded for Dame immediately after. And traded for Dame, and Giannis signed his extension immediately after.
I remember we were all together. We were the Po Boys.
Oh, so you're right.
Yeah, we sure was.
What's the name of that?
We were doing what is it?
I can't
Parkway.
Yeah.
Parkway.
I'm trying to see. Now I'm trying to see this damn injury.
Yeah, yes. All right, so we're about an hour in, 170. We've topped over 200, which is pretty crazy on Sunday night. Appreciate y'all with Jazz Fest, Eric, all that shit. Make sure you smash the like button, subscribe to the channel. Obviously, we have great Saints coverage with Razaglu and Jaden breaking down film and all that stuff. So make sure to subscribe to those podcasts as well. We're gonna do fan questions, super chats as always. Appreciate y'all. Appreciate all the members as well. Sam with the $5 super chat. Another producer, I saw the full set list. It was a split set from the start. I prefer the opening acts. Lito, that's about Wayne.
Opening act was way better.
Way better. Okay.
Then Wayne? Is that bad?
I didn't enjoy it. People. Justin said he saw people enjoying it. I'm obviously listening to music differently. Like I'm expecting more. I'm gonna tell you why. Because when I'm looking at him, I'm seeing him opine for the Super Bowl, right? And I'm thinking to myself, if you would have did that at the Super Bowl, I wouldn't have enjoyed it.
Fair. Ash for the Ronald McDonald of healthcare. Did you guys notice the 2 banners in the back? Autism acceptance. Is that why Willie was there?
That's crazy.
Oh man.
Yes.
How to read it? Malik, member for a year. Appreciate you, brother. On deployment, fellas. Good to see y'all. Salute. Go hard on them dudes.
Take care of yourself, big dog.
Appreciate you, bro.
Will
Chill.
Appreciate the service, bro.
$10. That was Gale Sale Visual. Too much foolishness. Willie Green's burner. Appreciate you. I'll cut up again if need to be.
Oh, the trauma, man.
You know what?
People change their names and habits. Like it's hard to it's
stand by.
hard to keep up.
It's funny. Shout out to Christian Clark. Christian Clark had said something today. He was speaking about in the event that there was like some arena upgrades. It's like their only real solution would be to empty that motherfucker out and have them play somewhere else, like we said before, like and just do a full scale just renovation. And even then, it's like you can only do so much with a gut job in that building.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Donald, appreciate the super chat, man. That's why they pulled Justin's credential. They used wine bottles as a scapegoat. Jermaine had Willie feeling small.
That's crazy.
Hey, man.
Willie
That's a little crazy. That's a little crazy.
My bad for crashing out late last show. I kept cutting y'all off. I watched it back. I wanted to hear what Lito was going to say. Thanks for showing love, y'all goats. Appreciate it. Appreciate all the super chats, all the members, everything like that. So, yeah, we tend to address the Zion stuff. Let's see. Okay. Who started this one? Was this you, Lito?
Nah, it wasn't.
Oh, no, that was me. And I said that just to say, shout out to Alexis. She said, and a freaky guy. But he's a great basketball player. At the end of the day, it's all about what's on the court, man. All about the product on the court.
Why you threw that ball, Molito, dog?
That's crazy, dog. Like,
It's so funny. It's funny. Zion played 4 minutes of the game. I'm pretty sure he has.
Yeah,
Who's that guy? Look that up. That's a good. That's a good.
I think it's when he got hurt in the playoffs. Playing.
yeah.
Buku's that guy. I did get a BC.
Hold on.
Yeah.
Over under 10 games.
Under. Under. I don't think he did it one time for Gentry.
Over under 6 games.
I'm taking the under.
Under.
I'm taking the
I'm
under.
going over 6. I think he racked up like 3 or 4 with Willie on that West Coast trip. Excuse me. A couple years ago.
Yeah, when
It was him and Trey going crazy.
Yeah.
And Brandon-
Okay. I'm gonna say the lion's share came with Stan Van Gundy if they exist.
All right, over.
Yeah, I'm going over.
I'm going over 6, under 10. I'm going to go 8.
I'm gonna go 7.
I'm gonna go 7. Yeah.
Buku,
Yeah.
we're anticipating here, Buku that guys. So let's see.
That's crazy.
Yeah, someone started Zion like women
was
who
me.
look like
I
my
did that.
aunties, but he needs to get his big ass on the court and stay there.
Now hold on. Before you move on, I just want to say, Alexis, you selfish. You selfish because if you know you got the goods in your family, why you didn't direct them as Zion? We wouldn't even be going through this mess. That's why I started that, because you selfish.
You Quince, this is actually a good question. Did you want to say something about that, Jared?
Just,
About
like that's inconsiderate. Bro.
See the problem?
Yeah. Zion need a New Orleans woman.
that's
Help me.
Cooper.
It hurt me, but
It hurt and help me.
What we need to do now is get focused and stop pointing fingers. You're a problem. You're a real problem.
it's hard to go through all these videos and can't find them all. Quince, this is a good question. I'm actually interested in this one. All right, so Lito, we'll start with you. Does Cooper, if say the Pelicans at Cooper, does Cooper Zion push Trey Murphy out the 2 years?
I don't understand the question.
Wait, I thought I only read the first half. I thought he was gonna say does Cooper Zion and Trey? I'm gonna rephrase it, Quincy here. Lito, I'll go with this.
no,
Cooper Zion Trey playoff team.
no.
You say Cooper, Zion, and Trey?
In the West, no.
How many games, Justin? Let's say Zion plays 65 games. But the rest of the
games,
huh?
Zion plays 65 games. I think that's a playoff team.
I think it's
That's my point guard.
I give him a 6 seed. If everybody's healthy, I give him a 6 seed.
Dude, you know what? Zion, Cooper, and Trey?
Because I'm anticipating
No.
I'm anticipating Antonio Reeves is playing now. I'm anticipating you make a couple moves.
All interchangeable.
Yeah.
It
No.
depends. I need to know who the coach is. It's so many questions.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's a lot of
It's too many questions.
I would say if anything, they're probably like a 7 seed at best.
Yeah. That's kind of why I put him at play-in range.
Yeah.
But that's a team I'd want to watch.
And that's all that matters. You know what?
Yeah.
At the end of the day,
Better than what you
that's
got.
all that fucking matters.
And I ain't gonna lie, though. We didn't see Zion drag some trash ass, some unconventional rosters the past couple seasons where it's just like, damn, we need y'all to lose. Like, what the fuck? But I don't know.
Co, 5 and Leo about to start a pod called Pimp Chronicles.
Okay.
Pimp Chronicles and reviewing food.
I like that. That's what's up.
That's up.
good.
It's up.
JB, I think this is for Trey, right? Are y'all giving up Trey or for Ja? Are you giving up Trey for Ja? I'm not.
Nah, I don't think you have to.
That's
Not
what
at this
it's-
point.
No.
No.
Nah, not at this point.
Well,
You can make a good deal for Ja, man. I ain't know Ja was only making like 39.
he only played 2. He's gonna play 2 games in 40 minutes.
Who that?
Wow.
Oh, damn.
Wow.
Wait.
Dang.
So he
What
didn't
defense
even
was that?
he played 37 in that Lakers game in the play-in, I think.
Ooh, sorry, Super Chat. Big time. Blue Jay, appreciate you.
Appreciate the Blue Jay.
Appreciate you.
Dub.
Who gets ownership control of franchise when Gale kicks the bucket? His team staying put.
Mickey Loomis.
Probably.
Flauschke and
Yeah, I think they the executives, right?
yeah. I don't see the
Chung, that's
I don't see
crazy.
the team league.
That's Chung. Big
Do we have to
dog.
ban? Do we have to ban him?
Chung. Come on, dog.
Yeah.
No, we have to.
That was pretty. Yeah,
I know.
I don't know.
That-
I'm gonna stay out of it.
I'm not pulling up the comment. Chung's a day one. You can't. Say
That's real Archbishop Diocese Catholicism type shit you got going on right there.
Like I think the chat should like step in here and like actually can the chat ban Chung? Like is that a thing? Can they do that?
Yeah, wow.
That's
That's tough. Hour in, y'all got anything else? What y'all want to do? Got like 2 more minutes?
see what they want, man. What y'all got? What y'all want to talk about in the chat, man? Y'all got questions?
Yeah,
So,
what do y'all want to talk about?
I'm really fascinated by this prospect of like, man, you got some teams that just got the fucking boot. So you thinking about people that's going to be on the to me, it seems like the Zion trade noise is being reworded. Like I saw people, I don't remember who said this, but it was more along the lines of instead of his trade market, it was like, oh, I didn't want to see what his trade value is. I'm like, that's like a distinction with a slight difference, but that is interesting that it's being reworded that way. But also, I'm like, man, you got some motherfucking gamers that's about to be available. If Houston loses out, you know they're going to get Durant. So what that mean for Phoenix? What that mean for, and then what that mean for Memphis? What's going to happen with the Kings? What's going to happen? Like everybody who could potentially be on the trade block didn't do themselves no favors, like or did the teams no favors. Because if you saw how Ja ended his playoff run, it's like, same old Ja. Sabonis, same old Sabonis. It's just like it's gonna be
shake-ups in the offseason. I think the draft is look, if the Pelicans can get a top 2 pick, I think there's light at the end of the tunnel. I really do. Like if you can get a top 2 pick, especially if you get first overall, you get Cooper, but number 2 is very interesting to me.
That's when your phone start ringing. Oh, that's when you can start making calls and being like, "Oh, I got something. I got something." Because I posed this question on Twitter, and we got like so many mixed reviews. Like I posted, let's say if you were in a position where you like, all right, I'm going to try to buy with Zion instead of like try to sell that player. I'm going to try to use that player to get a better player. I can only think of one player who's realistically available who's better. And that's probably Jaylen Brown, and that's like a maybe he's available. Other than that, I couldn't think of nobody who was better that you could realistically get who like using Zion as trade bait. Can y'all think of anybody? The player gotta be available. Somebody say?
I was about to say Giannis, though. That's the only player.
Milwaukee's not giving up Giannis for.
But
I don't think they have a choice. As far as they don't want to get rid of him, no. But I don't. If Dame, especially toward his Achilles, with how strapped they are, picks and cash wise.
I keep thinking Philly with Maxey.
You think Maxey better than Zion?
I don't think.
No, I'm not saying he's better than, but like.
But that's the caveat. The player has to be better. They got to put you in a better position.
Well, yeah, Tyrese Maxey. I mean, I know he had a bad year. I mean, he's played more.
Yeah, he played more than
like. He's a really good fucking player.
He is, but
like Jazz, like Zion played 30 games again this year.
No. What I'm saying is, again, if your goal is I want to win and I want to win big, right? I don't know, and I'm a fan of Maxey, but I'm just like, all right, now I got this small guard, and I don't really know what my what my ceiling is. Because if I take Maxey, let's say I get number 2, then Dylan Harper is probably out of the equation. Maybe, right? Sure. That's a really, really small backcourt. So now I'm taking Ace, probably, right? So I got Ace, Maxey, and Trey. What does that do for me? You get what I'm saying? Like, I don't know.
This might sound crazy. I think Philly will be willing to give up Maxey. I think so. Just because they're so strapped, right?
They're so strapped.
I can see that.
No one
their only asset.
You can't get off Paul George.
You can't get off Paul George.
Can't get off Embiid either, really.
Your boy,
Let's take Embiid.
Jared McCain. He had a really good year before getting injured, so you almost have your point guard in waiting. If you think so, well, Maxey has his money now. Well, it's probably time. That's probably your only big asset. I'd be willing to give up number 2 for Maxey.
Oh yeah, I give up number 2 for him. Yeah,
I wouldn't trade Zion for him though.
See, that's the point I kept. Shout out to Andy who writes for Pelicans Debrief. That's why I keep going back to is like, Well, me trying to sell that asset, that player asset, I don't see a great return coming. So if I try to buy, I want to get better. So I'm like, who can I trade for that can be the best player in a playoff series? And that's where I really just, that may be available. Like Giannis could potentially be available, but I'm like, I ain't as high on Giannis as everybody else just because I done seen Giannis in the East for a long time now, and Giannis just keep fucking up in the East. And he got some of the same shortcomings as Zion, actually. So I can't really imagine Giannis in the West doing nothing spectacular. I would need to see Giannis and Zion together. Not that it's a great parent, but I'm just saying I would need to see those two levels of talent together because Giannis and Dame ain't work really. Giannis and Drew had like a fluke year. Giannis and Middleton, like it's just I don't really know.
I can give you two guys that I don't think that are available though. Chaz would be Trey,
it's all good.
Trae Young and Booker.
You think Trae Young better than Zion?
Like yeah, like Zion. What's Zion?
Shit.
I watched Trae Young 2 years ago win a playoff series by himself.
That was a lot of years ago at this point, though. Just like I seen Trae Young in this series look. I don't know.
He was in the fucking series.
Bro was checked out.
Or at least he's there.
He was checked out.
Yeah. But see, that's the thing. Like, that's why I'm like
24-11.
Yeah, to me, I'm a Trae Young fan, but he's again, that's another person who like I need to see you with a supreme talent because in the West, you ain't making a play in with the record that they had. You get what I'm saying? Like, I think we've seen the ceiling with Trae as your best player. That's what make this trade so difficult because you're never gonna get equal talent return. You know what I'm saying? You gotta hope to trade him for a great pick that turns into somebody who's fucking better.
I'm just going through teams. So I said Booker with the Suns. I'm like nobody on the Nets, nobody on the Hornets, Thunder. Like
somebody told me LaMelo. I was like, you
LaMelo's no. Giannis. Okay, like all right, who are you gonna trade in Golden State? Curry and Butler? No.
Nah.
Houston. Jabbar. Okay. Like
what
is Houston giving up?
What if they said
Pacers? Like go look at bro Knicks. All right, from the Knicks, who you get? Mikal Bridges? Like who are you? It makes no sense to even think about trading Zion.
The way we talk about this says Zion is a top 5 player. The way we converse about this as if like we cannot find someone with on a better contract and is a better talent. Zion at this point is a top 5 player.
Which is crazy
in context.
What if they said they'll trade you AD for Zion?
Fuck no.
Nah.
Exactly what I'm saying.
We're like, this is the point. Like, first off, guys, like, y'all, this is an exercise. Okay, this is a question from Chaz where like the player had to be like someone's like, no, we're not. We're gonna be the New Orleans Hawks. I was like, well, fuck, we're the New Orleans Raiders and we're the fucking New Orleans Pistons. Right.
Hey, hold up.
With the Rockets see.
Oh, yeah, I might do that for both of them. Yeah, I might do that.
Yeah, I'm with you.
Yeah, I might do that.
I'm with you.
Yeah, so both of them are not better than Zion, but those two together.
Yeah, as a collective, yeah, you could probably extract more value.
Yeah, so for our listeners, with the LA Sports 237 says with the Rockets say amen and Jalen Green for Zion.
That is doable on both sides.
Yeah, to me, that's something that would be like I would be interested in something like that. You at least got my attention because both of those guys play, stuff like that. But see, it's the same exercise. I mean, me and Ross did this one time. We went through a number of teams that had 2 players that Brandon Ingram was better than. They're like, name, go through all the teams in the league. They got 2 players that Brandon Ingram was better than. I think we got to like maybe 6 people, 6 teams, maybe. It might have been. And he was better than like the second player, maybe a couple times. I can't think of a bunch of teams in the NBA that got 2 players that Zion ain't better than.
That's what I'm
like. It's very few and far in between.
That's
why it feels like he's like a top 5 player, man.
Yeah. When he plays, it's like
talent, man. It's the talent in the contract, really.
Yeah. If he was making like $50 million, you couldn't wait to get rid of this motherfucker. That's the annoying part as well, because it's like
Zion is a boat. He's a yacht, like a rich man's yacht.
Yeah.
Like once that motherfucker start like acting up, he's like, I gotta get rid of this shit.
Yeah, it's like a money pit. It's a money pit. It's like, damn, but where you gonna get a house that's 7,000 square feet? Like it's a fucked up scenario, bro.
The fucking money pit, yeah, for sure.
We'll see.
All right. Hour 15 in, call it there. So we'll be live against Wednesday night. Appreciate everybody that pulled up. Smash the like button, subscribe to the channel. When is the lottery? It's what, a month?
12th, I think.
Shit's the 12th.
Yeah, May 12th, I think.
Okay, so 2 weeks.
Yeah, the 12th.
Yeah.
So we'll be live. We're gonna be from the studio live when the lottery balls drop. Was that crazy? Because what you said, hey Jared, just watch the first 3 minutes of the show. Okay,
I paused it, bro. Like,
no, you did not. No, you didn't. See, you didn't. See,
I didn't. I said that was crazy, though. I said that was crazy.
Smash the like button,
bro. What you want from me?
I just want accountability for once in your life.
You said what you said and asked me if it was crazy. You felt like it was crazy.
Man, hey, smash the like button.
Smash. See y'all.